Please remain standing. I invite Dr. Reinhold Schuster, Professor Emeritus, to sing "O Canada."
Please sit down, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 101st Convocation of the University of Waterloo. The 101st Convocation. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Graduates, you will all be working in one capacity or the other, or studying. And as I was thinking of you, I was reminded of the president of a company who was scheduled to speak at an important convention. So he asked one of his new employees, new graduates, to write him a punchy 20-minute speech. Punchy 20 minutes. When the president returned from the big event, he was furious. "What's the big idea of writing me a 1-hour-long speech?" he said. Half the audience walked out before I finished. The employee was baffled. "I wrote you a 20-minute speech," the student replied, "but I also gave you 2 extra copies you asked for." I hope that doesn't happen to you. But a warm welcome. This is a lovely afternoon, a nice afternoon for a convocation. And so here at Waterloo, each convocation is a celebration of the achievements of our graduates. And this morning we celebrate with those graduates in the engineering, environment, math, and sciences departments. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University, I'd like to express my congratulations and best wishes to all of those who will graduate this afternoon. Please savor every minute of today's ceremony and the celebrations that will follow within your circle of family and friends. Today is a rite of passage to an exciting future where you can apply your knowledge, share your expertise, or continue learning. I also welcome the families and guests of the graduating students. Your presence today is a tangible demonstration of your support and commitment to the graduate's success. We will begin with the conferring of honorary degrees and titles on individuals who have distinguished themselves in the academy. We will then confer bachelor's, master's, and doctor's degrees. Finally, medals will be awarded to graduating students who have excelled in their studies. The proceedings will take approximately 2 hours, and we ask that you remain in your place until the convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. The ceremony blends certain age-old university rites and protocols with a spirit of informality which characterizes Waterloo. We trust that it will be an occasion to enjoy and an occasion to remember. I offer you my congratulations, and as you move from Waterloo, I challenge you. Take risks, be unconventional, but do not forget that honesty, integrity, and strength of character should be the driving force in all that you do. As an aside, when I was your age, I was introduced to a book by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich was the book. It's a wonderful book that studied success stories of businessmen, doctors, politicians, scientists, academics, and others. The book analyzed the principles behind their success and explained it in very simple terms, concluding finally with this line: what the mind can achieve, what the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. So one day, when finally you've made your mark in this world, make sure that you give back to those who are less fortunate. After all, every one of us has benefited from the wisdom, advice, and generosity of others that have helped and shaped our careers. So let me end with a Chinese proverb. Then the Chinese proverb goes something like this: if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, go help somebody. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this convocation, and we hope you will enjoy it. I'll now pass it on to others. So thank you very much.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Ping-Kai Ouyang. Ouyang Ping-Kai was born 1945 in Guangxi Province, China. He graduated from Tsinghua University with a Bachelor of Engineering in 1968 and a Master of Engineering in 1981. He is a professor of biochemical engineering at the Nanjing University of Technology, has been president of the university since 2001. He was elected a member of the Chinese Academy of Engineering in 2001. Professor Ouyang established the biochemical engineering discipline in China in the early 1980s. As one of the leaders in biochemical engineering and head of the National Biochemical Engineering Research Center, he pioneered research and development practice in the field using combinatorial methodologies for optimization biochemical processes. Because of his extraordinary achievements in science and technology, Professor Ouyang was invited to help draft the National Medium to Long-Term Plan for the Development of Science and Technology in China. During the 1980s, Professor Ouyang was a visiting scholar at the University of Waterloo, where he worked closely with a faculty member on industrial biotechnology. Under his leadership, the Nanjing University of Technology recently formed a formal collaborative research and education relationship with the University of Waterloo to foster the internationalization of education. Professor Ouyang has been active in his professional community as a leading scientist and a strategic director. Some of his many prominent roles include Vice President of China Petroleum and Chemical Industry Federation, Chairman of Association for Science and Technology of Jiangsu Province, a standing committee member of World Chemical Engineering Council. So he has received numerous awards, including the Outstanding Teaching Achievement Award for Higher Education in Jiangsu Province in 2007. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to chemical engineering education and research, I request you confer the degree Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa, upon Ouyang Ping-kai.
In the name of the university, I'm honored to confer upon you, Ping-kai Ouyang, the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa, and I extend my sincere congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Ronald Graham. Ron Graham is one of the world's leading discrete mathematicians. He has made important contributions to number theory, graph theory, combinatorial optimization, and extremal combinatorics, among other areas. In several instances, his contributions have initiated or revolutionized a research area. His early work in Ramsey theory led to the revitalization of that subject. His 1966 paper, analyzing simple algorithms for processor scheduling, is recognized as the first work in the now active field of approximation algorithms, and his discovery of an efficient algorithm for finding the convex hull of a set of points in the plane launched the field of computational geometry. Professor Graham's work is characterized by extreme elegance. It has been said that in the hands of Ron Graham, even the most boring-looking problem turns into something interesting. Widely respected as a mentor to young mathematicians, Professor Graham is one of the world's leading mathematical expositors, both as an author and as a speaker. He is strongly motivated by applications and has been a great promoter of mathematics to engineers and managers. His many service contributions include terms as president of both the American Mathematical Society and the Mathematical Association of America, and as treasurer of the National Academy of Sciences. Professor Graham received his doctorate at the University of California at Berkeley. He spent 37 years at AT&T Bell Labs as a researcher and administrator, serving eventually as chief scientist. Since 1999, he has held the Jacobs Endowed Chair in Computer and Information Science at the University of California, San Diego. He has received many honors, including the prestigious Polya Prize in Combinatorics. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to discrete mathematics, I request that you confer the degree Doctor of Mathematics honoris causa upon Ronald L. Graham. I now invite Dr. Graham to address Convocation.
Let me first begin by congratulating all of you graduates on this commencement day. You have made it through one of the most demanding mathematical and scientific programs at one of the premier institutions in the world. The University of Waterloo is particularly famous for its outstanding science, engineering, and mathematics faculties, and I'm honored to be here today speaking to you. It's often said that mathematics is the language of science. And the more familiar you are with this language, the better equipped you will be to succeed in whatever discipline you work in, whether it's engineering, physics, chemistry, economics, or even biology. I like to reflect on a quote of my former classmate at the University of Chicago, the late astronomer Carl Sagan, concerning quantitative understanding. He wrote, "If you know a thing only qualitatively, you know it no more than vaguely. If you know it quantitatively, grasping some numerical measure that distinguishes it from an infinite number of other possibilities, you are beginning to know it deeply. You comprehend some of its beauty and you gain access to its power and the understanding it provides. Being afraid of quantification is tantamount to disenfranchising yourself, giving up on one of the most potent processes for understanding and changing the world." Carl Sagan clearly had a passion for his chosen field, and I would emphasize that this also should be a critical factor for each of you. Whatever you decide to do, be sure that you're excited and passionate about your chosen field and that it's fun. After all, it's likely you're going to be doing it for a long time. Especially important advice I would offer is not to be intimidated by what so-called authorities say. After all, if the experts are so smart, then why are there still so many unsolved problems around? It happens a lot more often than you might think that some researcher doesn't know the right way to attack some particular problem, or that this approach, quote, can't possibly work, but just goes ahead and solves the problem anyway. A recent example of this in my field of number theory dealt with the old problem of determining whether a large number was a prime number or not. That is, one which has no proper divisors except one in itself. Mathematicians since the time of Gauss, 300 years ago, and even before, tried in vain to find efficient algorithms for this problem. That is, procedures that always terminated in a reasonable number of steps. People were completely stumped until out of the blue, an unknown young professor, Manindra Agrawal, and two of his undergraduate students at the Indian Institute in Technology in Kanpur, India, stunned the scientific world by finding such an algorithm. They didn't know the problem was impossibly difficult. They just went ahead and solved it. Another piece of wisdom I picked up during my mathematical journeys is this: the main obstacle to progress is not ignorance, but the illusion of knowledge. Somehow when you think you know the right answer, the right approach, you're blinded to what the data is really telling you. You'd be surprised how often all of us are completely frustrated in trying to prove some particular result because it turns out not to be true. This definitely presents an obstacle for proving something, although it doesn't stop everyone if you read claims of various people who try to square the circle or trisect the angle. I believe we may be on the cusp of a significant change in the way that science and mathematics will be done in the future. The world is becoming massively interconnected. Something like a global brain seems to be evolving. A great example of this is a recent experiment called Polymath that was created by a well-known mathematician, Tim Gowers, at Cambridge University. He decided to attack a particularly difficult unsolved problem in combinatorics by enlisting through the internet the help of everyone in the world who was interested. With the help of appropriate wikis and typesetting macros for writing mathematics, dozens of researchers interacted with each other on an hourly basis, or even more frequently, making suggestions, testing conjectures, going down dead ends, modifying approaches. and so forth. It was a very frantic scene with many hundreds of messages posted night and day, many diverging threads spinning out. Gowers himself said it was the most exhilarating 2 months he ever had doing mathematics. At the end of this, 3 different proofs were found, and one of these has now just been posted on the internet under the name of DHJ Polymath. Now, of course, if you're a young researcher and you contributed and your name's not an author, that could be a problem, but they're working on that. There are a number of new polymath attacks that have now begun on some other problems, and people are discovering that many smart brains can be more effective than one brain. Is this a new trend in doing science? I suspect it may well be. In any case, it is definitely going to be an exciting and unpredictable future that you'll all be creating, and I think it will also be a lot of fun. So, in closing, I wish you good luck on your journey, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Graham, for your encouraging words to the graduates. I would like to congratulate and welcome Drs. Wu Yang and Graham to the group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Could the members of the graduating class please stand? Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, I present these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
I wish you in glory as the degree and in the university. I hereby commend you to your various and several degrees with all the wide services and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
You may sit. We have just formally acknowledged the significant achievement of our graduates. And make no mistake, graduates, your achievements have been significant. You have been challenged. You have been stretched. You have invested your time and effort in Waterloo. And if we have done our job correctly, you will see a significant return on your investment as you leave our campus. However, as I look around today, it is obvious there are many spouses, partners, parents and grandparents and other special people who are sharing in the achievement of our graduating class. In this age of online social networking, when connections can be forged far and wide, we should take the opportunity to remind ourselves of the most important social network of all, our families. Graduates, your family has played an important part in your education, from getting you off to a good start at a young age, to helping finance your education, to inspiring, encouraging and consoling you from time to time over the years, especially at examination time. For many of our students, particularly our international graduates, your families have had to travel quite a distance to celebrate with you here today. For others, your family members were unable to be here. However, we feel their presence. Graduates, know that we at the University of Waterloo appreciate the family contributions and sacrifices that have been made so that you could study here. And so at this time, I would like to call upon the parents, partners, spouses, and families of the graduating class to rise. Please rise. Please be seated. If you would like to take photographs, you may do so in the area to the left of the platform. Please enter this area by going out to the left side of the gym and down the hallway. If you approach this area just before your special graduate is about to proceed across the stage, you can then take pictures. Once you have taken your photographs, please return to your seat to allow others to take photographs of their graduates. Graduates, please show respect to your colleagues and their guests by returning to your seat after being hooded and remaining there until convocation is adjourned. We will now proceed to the conferring of degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen, at each Convocation, the University of Waterloo is proud to acknowledge the recipients of the Alumni Gold Medal. For 40 years now, this special award has honored those undergraduate and graduate students who have strived for and achieved academic excellence. Not only does this medal represent their hard work and dedication, but it symbolizes the ongoing and vital role of alumni in the life of the university. As UW's newest alumni, I invite you to stay involved and proud of this fine institution. During spring convocation, each faculty honors its most distinguished undergraduate. 2 more outstanding students in a master's program and a doctoral program also received this medal during fall convocation. Each medal is engraved with the university's name and shield, as well as the recipient's name and degree. This afternoon, another extraordinary student joins those who have been recognized for their exceptional accomplishments. Mr. Chancellor, as a graduate of the Faculty of Mathematics of the University of Waterloo in 1992, I am honored to present to you the 2010 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal, graduating today with a doctoral degree from the Faculty of Engineering and Systems Design, Alexander Wong.
The K.D. Fryer Gold Medal is awarded at fall convocation to the spring or fall BMath graduate who best exemplifies high academic standing and good student citizenship. Extracurricular activities such as athletics, cultural activities, and student government are important considerations for the award. The K.D. Fryer Gold Medalist will have demonstrated as an undergraduate the commitment to scholastic endeavours and joy of participation in university life that characterized Dr. Fryer's own university experience. The recipient of the K.D. Fryer Gold Medal for 2010 is Will Ma, who graduated at the spring 2010 convocation with the double honours Bachelor of Mathematics degree in Combinatorics and Optimization and Pure Mathematics. Unfortunately, he is not able to attend today's ceremony. However, in recognition of his remarkable academic accomplishments and his contribution to community activities in the Faculty of Mathematics and the University of Waterloo, Mr. Chancellor, I ask you to present the medal to Will Ma in absentia. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Ladies and gentlemen, guests, this afternoon you have witnessed transformation of more than 500 brilliant young minds into proud University of Waterloo graduates. Some of my colleagues here sitting on the platform behind me, our faculty members, my colleagues, played a fantastic role in making this happen. Please join me in congratulating both. Graduates, by now you may think you have learned all there is to learn from us at the University of Waterloo. However, there are two final thoughts that I would like to leave with you today. First, take pride in this institution. In our short history, we have climbed to the ranks of top universities in Canada. Your university, our university, has been recognized and appropriately ranked as first by reputation for innovation and for producing the leaders of tomorrow. As I look around today, I see nothing but the next generation of leadership. We have sought to create an environment that combines the best in science, technology, and the humanities in a way that is relevant to the lives of Canadians in a rapidly changing world. Not only have we established ourselves as Canada's Innovation University, we have expanded our global reach with a renewed focus on various international engagements in many areas in the world, and particularly in China and in the United Arab Emirates. We have intensified our research activity. In less than 10 years, we doubled our research revenues, and the University of Waterloo today enjoys a fantastic research income, well over $170 million, which is one of the top research universities, makes us one of the top research universities in this country. Bringing long-standing dreams to reality, the University of Waterloo Research and Technology Park, the Cambridge School of Architecture, the Downtown Health Sciences Campus, our Architecture Campus in Rome, Engineering 5 and 6, Mathematics 3, Environment 3, the new Summit Center for the Environment, the Manfred Conrad Center for Business Entrepreneurship, the Technology's new home in the Accelerator Center. However, these are just buildings and would remain just buildings without the talented students who infuse them with their energy, their passion, their ideas. Look around. And their ideas. That's the most important piece, their passion and their ideas. Look around, that will be each and every one of you that represent those qualities. You have helped your faculties stake important claims as leaders in their fields during your time at Waterloo. From pushing the envelope of quantum computing and nanotechnology research with IQC and WIN. From engaging the difficult issue of climate change through IC3, to bringing business and environment concerns together through the new School of Environment, Enterprise, and Development. From balancing Waterloo's risk-taking attitude with a world-class focus on risk management research, to bring in the International Olympiad in Informatics home to our campus for the very first time. For boldly declaring that at Waterloo, it is business not as usual, driving an entrepreneurial spirit forward in innovative and exciting new directions. We could not call ourselves successful without a focus on your successes as students. And so, secondly, be proud of your achievements. This has been at many times a challenging, difficult journey for you, but today we are seeing the first fruits of your dedication. Our goal here has been to prepare you for what lies ahead, but you have been the most significant contributor to that goal. Through your own hard work, dedication, and the building of lasting friendships. At Waterloo, we would like to say we are connected. I encourage you to stay connected to the friends you have found here and to the institution you called home for the past few years. As you leave here and begin the next chapter in your journey and discovery and life, recall the words of author and historian George Arles, who wrote, "Whoever ceases to be a student has never been a student." Remember that the completion achievement of a degree is not the end, far from it. Education is a lifelong enterprise. The creativity, the willingness to take risks, and the spirit of collaboration that you have all demonstrated as students will serve you well in the years to come. I wish you all well. Congratulations. On a small housekeeping note, after the retirement or the academic procession, I'm delighted to invite you all to an informal reception, which will be in the building right beside this facility, and look forward to chatting with you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful convocation. Before I ask for the convocation to adjourn, I wanted to thank a few people. You know that universities unleash talent. And here